Actually, will all housemates kindly stand up? You are all up for possible eviction this week.
Who are you rooting for? Who do you think will go home this week if truly someone is going home? Tell me in the comments.
Zita and Ortega, Mensing and Kayukumi.
Anton.
Zita, Ortega.
Please, I need somebody to explain to me why people were mentioning Zita's name so much, and I also need people to explain to me why people were mentioning Mensah's name so much, because what is this beef? More people kept also mentioning Tega's name, but I may understand why that is. But Zita, what did Zita do?
Desani.
Do you mean Denari?
You guys, there are some amazing people that nobody mentioned their names, and I'm here to mention their names. The people who didn't get any nomination at all are Bright Morgan, Joanna, Sultana, and Gigi Jasmine. Their biggest favorite children that nobody remembered to mention tonight, but the rest of the housemates were mentioned at least once. But now this is how they nominated. The very first person that was called into the diary room to nominate was Ibifubara, and Ibifubara nominated Zita and Ortega. The next person that went in was Dan Boskid. Dan Boskid nominated Culture and Isabella, followed by Gigi Jasmine. Gigi Jasmine nominated Imisi and Zita. Faith nominated Isabella and Ruboy. Mide went in next and nominated Danari and Mensan. Then the next person was K-Bobo. K-Bobo nominated Koi and Victory. We already know why K-Bobo nominated Coin. We know why. The small altercation that they had today, in case you don't know that, they had this, oh, give me food, you don't give me food, this one, go cry. And K-Bobo is of the opinion that the reason why Coin is crying is because he's trying to play this victim card and not giving people impression that he was done wrong. So K-Bobo was not having it, and he took that energy and went to the nominations and nominated Coin. I feel like that's what the issue is. Of course, we're going to hear what their reasons are by tomorrow when they have their diary sessions. People are going to explain more on why they nominated, who they nominated, but this is why I think that Coin was nominated by K-Bobo. The next person that came to nominate was Isabella. Isabella nominated Zita and Ortega. The next person that came in to nominate was Coin. Coin nominated Isabella and Kayokumi. To be honest, I thought that Coin was going to return the favor and just nominate K-Bobo as well, but it turns out that the 21-year-old young small child that is crying was even a better player than K-Bobo, because K-Bobo is now using emotions to nominate. But Coin, don't even forget to say somebody I ain't fight. He didn't mention K-Bobo's name at all. We're going to know why he chose the people he chose. But yes, that was a plus from my end for Coin for not nominating K-Bobo as well. But if he had even nominated K-Bobo, I won't even fault him, because two of them now aura for aura. Moving on, the next person that came to nominate was Thelma Lawson. Thelma Lawson nominated Dan Boskid and Ortega. The next person that came in was Kola. Kola nominated Denari and Coin. The next person that came to nominate was Imisi, and Imisi nominated Ortega and Ivata. The next person that came in to nominate was Sultana. Sultana nominated Kayokumi and Mide. The next person was Ruboy, and Ruboy nominated Mensan and Imisi. To be fair, I thought Ruboy was Mensan's guy. Like, both of them, they get along so well. I want to believe that the reason why a lot of people were mentioning Mensan's name is because he probably was all over the place and is always loud or something, or they feel like he has a strategy. I don't know. But coming from Ruboy, to be honest, I didn't even expect him to mention any boy's name because he's quite close with the guys. Moving on from that, you tell me your opinions in the comments. The next person that came to nominate was Mensan. Mensan nominated K-Bobo and Ortega, followed by Dede. Dede nominated K-Bobo and Isabella. Next to Victory, and Victory nominated Doris and Isabella, followed by Tracy. Tracy nominated Mensah and Kayokumi, followed by Kayokumi. Kayokumi nominated Tracy and Dede, followed by Doris. Doris nominated Thelma, Lawson, and Denari. The next person that came was Ortega, and Ortega nominated Imisi and Mensah. I was quite surprised by that. Tell me if you were as well. The next person that came in was Big Soso. Big Soso nominated Denari and Mide. The next person that came in was Denari. Denari nominated Mide and Dede. The next person that came in to nominate was Zita, and Zita nominated Sabrina and Denari. The next person that came in was Culture. Culture nominated Imisi and Zita, followed by Sabrina. Sabrina came in and nominated Big Soso and Zita, followed by Bryce Morgan. Bryce Morgan nominated Imisi and Dan Boskid. The next person was Joanna. Joanna nominated Zita and Denari, followed by Ivata. Ivata nominated Dede and Mide. Then, of course, head of house Jason nominated Imisi and Kayokumi. To be honest, they mentioned quite a lot of people's names repeatedly, and I was just wondering why. For example, I know that for Isabella, her own is valid. She had been the one worrying the house, from the whole screams of, oh, you guys should not eat upstairs, to her always antagonizing and being out there, being loud and all. I can understand why they will nominate Isabella, but why are they nominating Denari so much? Like, a lot of people mentioned Denari so much, and I feel like maybe he's quiet, that's why. But did he really do anything, or is because he's not friends with a lot of people? I think that may be a reason as well. But Zita, I'm quite surprised by Zita's name. I'm not even going to lie, I'm quite surprised by that. Then, of course, Imisi was another person's name that came up a lot. A lot of people mentioned her, and I feel like it's also because she's one with Isabella. She and Isabella, they are quite, let's say, they are friends, or they are getting along so much. So I understand why people will mention Imisi's name. But another person that they mentioned so much was Ortega. What's going on with Ortega? He probably is all over the place, so that's why. So that's it, guys. When they mentioned this, I was already calculating the people that were up for eviction and everything. There were just few of them that were not. But people started mentioning names, and I was just like, actually, will all housemates stand up? And when all of them stood up, it was like, head of house, please sit down on your throne, Jerry, don't stand. And he told all of them that they are all up for eviction. After that, Ebuka's clip came up, but we're not hearing the sound at all. And then it came up again, but then we didn't see picture, we're hearing the voice. So we don't know what he wanted to say. We don't know if this is a fake nomination week or is an actual nomination week. But the only person that is safe for this week right now as we speak is the HOH, Jason J. So you guys, who are you rooting for? Who do you think will go home this week, if truly someone is going home? Tell me in the comments. You guys, do not sleep on this. You want to go and vote. Anyways, if you have come this far, you're the real MVP. Thank you so much. You don't forget to leave your opinions in the comments. And until next time, I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye bye.